Hey there, we're Freeaim, and these are our motorized shoes for virtual reality. We've got some exciting updates to share with all of you. We have a new frame to use with the VR shoes, our existing frame has a new mode that offers more freedom to move your arms, and we have several other new features that we're going to mention. But first, our Kickstarter is going to be launching soon. Check out the link shown to be taken to the landing page where you can follow the campaign. The link is also available in the video description and pinned comment. In the next video, we'll be going over details about the Kickstarter and our main offering, the consumer version of our VR shoes. Alright, now I'm going to quickly mention several new features we've implemented before talking about the frames. These are really quick updates. The shoes can now connect to a PC in two ways. Before, they only connected via Bluetooth, and now they can also connect via Wi-Fi. For our testing, we found that using Wi-Fi is more convenient, but the shoes need a 2G network to connect through. What I've been doing is using my Prism XR in hotspot mode, where the shoes connect through the 2G network and the headset connects through the 5G network. We've introduced more settings to control the VR shoes, supporting both those who want to not fiddle with the settings very much, so more plug and play, and those who like to fiddle with settings and customize their setup. We now have a weight input where you put your weight in and it configures a bunch of settings, and a floor type dropdown where you select the type of floor you're using the shoes on, and it also changes a bunch of other settings. It's more plug and play for people of all different weights and floor types. But if you want more customization, we've also introduced an advanced settings page that offers you more ways to customize the settings on the VR shoes. We've introduced a bunch of other features, including hardware features, but a lot of that has to do with the consumer version of the VR shoes, so we're going to save that for the next video. Okay, let's get to the main event of the video, the frames. We've called our existing frame the Hex frame since it's hexagonal in shape. Yes, I know, we have very creative naming. The frame allows you to hold onto it when using the shoes. It basically functions like a handrail. It also has a belt that makes you feel more stable and gives you feedback on where you are in the frame. But this frame can get in the way of your arms if you're swinging them, and it can get in the way when you're crouching down or bending over. So we've introduced a new configuration for this frame. We are calling the old configuration handrail mode and the new configuration gamer mode. In gamer mode, the frame itself is lower overall and more out of the way of your arms, and it has 3 tubes that are sticking up at an outward angle, and these tubes hold the belt. This mode allows more freedom to swing your arms, like in melee games, and to bend over and crouch down. I should be showing some melee combat right now in Gorn. The frame can also be folded up in both modes to make it compact to store so that it doesn't always have to take up space in your room, and it weighs about 35 pounds right now, but that might be a little bit lower as we ramp up manufacturing. The Hex frame can switch between the 2 modes depending on what the user wants. We strongly recommend total beginners use handrail mode, and if you want, you can switch to gamer mode after you've had at least a few hours of practice with the shoes. Alright, next let's talk about the new frame we're introducing. We call this one the swivel frame. The way it holds you is similar to existing slide mills, but the walking is much more natural, obviously. This frame is great for beginners because the belt holds you up. It can be folded flat down, again making it more compact. It weighs about 50 pounds, so it can be moved around, but we're planning on adding some caster wheels so that it's even easier to move. The weight of this one and the Hex frame are subject to change again as we go forward with the manufacturing. They might end up being a bit lighter. We're planning on offering both frames during our Kickstarter. The swivel frame though will cost a bit more as it's a more complex design and it costs more to manufacture. Again, we'll be going over details on the Kickstarter in the next video, so we'll save the details until that one. Comparing the frames, we think the swivel frame and the Hex frame in handrail mode are great for beginners. Both can be folded up and are relatively lightweight. The swivel frame can hold you up more. It holds you up more because the belt is tight around you, so you may feel more stable with it, but you might also feel more restricted with it. The Hex frame offers more freedom for you to move around, but it takes more practice to get used to it and to do quick movements. If you only have carpet, the swivel frame works fine. You can use it on top of carpet. For the Hex frame, we're planning on offering an add-on where it's a rigid base that you can use with the Hex frame if you only have carpet available, but this will be at an additional cost. So that's an overview of the frames. Please let us know what you think. In the next video, we'll talk more about the Kickstarter itself and the consumer version of the VR shoes. When this video releases, we'll be at AWE, so later we'll also have footage of AWE to share. If you want to see all that and more, remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you next time.